I'm Earl Stewart. I welcome you to Earl Stewart on Cars, how to buy, lease, maintain, or repair your car without being ripped off by a car dealer.
Earl, do you think Toyota will be raising MSRPs soon? I know they'll bump them about $100 every year, but with today's inflation, why aren't they going up thousands?
Well, it's interesting. That's a great question, and I think the answer is they've already raised the price for the car, although maybe it doesn't reflect in the MSRP. Unfortunately, the MSRP has become ineffective in a lot of ways. The only good thing about an MSRP, it doesn't really tell you what the car should cost. It tells you what the manufacturer suggests the price is. Remember, the manufacturer gets paid by the dealer. And the way the manufacturer gets paid by the dealer, Toyota, in my Toyota dealership, they send me a bill, and I pay them. Now, the bill they send me, you have to interpret, because the amount I actually owe them is not in the invoice. The invoice is a number that is made up and created in a collaboration. I call it a mutual conspiracy between the car dealers and the manufacturers to seem like what the car costs. The dealer invoice actually includes a large amount of profit. Now, before the pandemic, before the microchip shortage, most dealers' car sales were actually below invoice, and they were still making pretty good money on the car. Invoice packs in thousands of dollars. Now, question, did Toyota raise the price of the MSRP? What Toyota did do is they lessened the incentives and the kickbacks to the dealers. So, Toyota, normally, when they have cars they're trying to sell to dealers, they normally rebate dealers extra money. They call it dealer cash. Dealer cash. And they have a particular model. Let's say they got too many Camrys, they've got production capability, they don't want to close the manufacturing factory down, and they want to keep building Camrys because it costs them a whole lot of money to shut a plant down and then start it back up again, millions and millions of dollars. So they just keep the plant going, and the dealer says, hey, I don't want any more Camrys, I'm up to my you-know-what in Camrys. And they say, wait a minute, I'm going to kick back to you $1,000 or $2,000 or $5,000, and dealer cash can be $10,000 or more. So the kickback to the dealers has nothing to do with the MSRP. So when you buy a car, there's a certain price to the dealer that you don't have a clue about. Now, you can go to Kelley Blue Book at Edmunds.com and get a general idea, but even Kelley Blue Book and Edmunds.com don't stay on top of it, because every manufacturer is changing this all the time. It's a process. It's a daily thing. Honestly, as a car dealer, when I sell a car, I have to get a calculator out to figure out what the car cost me. I'm serious. My accounting department does not know until they go into the computer and figure out what a particular car costs, because the incentives and the rebates, etc. So it's a morass. It's an enigma, and the only people that can figure it out are the professionals. So when you go in and try to figure out the cost of a car, you got the odds are way against figuring out. So the answer, Kyle, is that there haven't been any significant increases in MSRP by Toyota, or I believe any other manufacturer, but there has been a significant increase in the true price to the dealer. And the dealer, of course, passes along that true price to you, and then he adds way over MSRP and gets it back in spades. The car dealers made more money in 2021 than ever in history. I've been in business since 1968. At one time, I had a half a dozen or more dealerships. And if you take all the profit I made back in those days with all the dealerships, I made more money in 2021 than I did in any of those years. And I made less money than the other dealers because I drew the line at MSRP. I do not charge, call it an ethical, moral thing with me. Maybe I'm mentally ill. Maybe I shouldn't do this. I just can't charge my customers more than MSRP. And the other dealers are charging thousands and thousands of dollars more.
Hi, this is Earl Stewart. Thank you for watching this video. If you would like to be notified of new videos that we post to our YouTube channel, simply click on the subscribe button at the lower right-hand side of the screen.